Okay, so we've got lots of subjects with Omarchy. Graphics. Last video, we got Photoshop on there, and we got Premiere running, and gaming and everything. So there's a big gap, and that gap is audio. It's like music. So it's an interesting thing, isn't it? You know, when you go to the major in London, you go to the major studios. That's Pro Tools. It's all Pro Tools. Some have got Logic, but mainly Pro Tools is the sort of top level for all this stuff. And I don't think Pro Tools runs on Linux. But underneath this, there's tons of other DAWs, digital audio workstations, that you can use. And as I sort of discovered, like with Linux, there's loads, and there's some really good ones, and there's some really good ones which, if you want to buy in, aren't that expensive. But there's some good. They're not that expensive. There's a free one which is very powerful, but there's other ones as well. And there's loads of free synthesizers. There's loads of bits. I mean, it was like a Pandora's box. About 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I used to do a bit of work in audio, but my ears got really bad. But I had an operation 2 years ago, and my ears are back to normal again. So I've started to get really interested in audio again. So what I do, I got this a while ago just to have a fiddle. I've got this, an M Audio, what's this? M Audio focus, camera focus. Is it going to focus? Come back. It's not going to like it. It's trying to focus on me. There we are. M Audio Oxygen Pro Mini. And it's just like a $50, $60 keyboard type thing, but it's a MIDI instrument. And so it's interesting to me, like, you know, how you hook up MIDI and everything into these things. Because then it's a bit different. With Windows and Mac, it's normally quite not spoon-fed, but like quite simple. With this, it's like a little bit of a different type of setup. So I thought what I'd do in this video is just have a run around some of the different audio packages, some of the bits you can get, and work in Omarchy. I mean, you know, it's not just for developers, it's not just for graphic designers, for everybody in Omarchy. So it's really interesting to see what you can do. So with that said, let's dive in. You can tell this is serious. I've got headphones on. So anyway, okay, so where do you get all these things from? Now, you can go into the AUR, which in Omarchy you get to through install, and then you can go to the AUR and you can look for different packages, but you need to know what they are first of all. That's the whole thing. That's what ChatGPT can help you, whatever. So let's just go. It gave me a command line, and I downloaded tons of stuff, and you'll see how littered my here we go. Let's ignore some of these. And let's get to the first. There, Ardour. Get that right one. Ardour is basically, I'm going to pull up the session I've got there. This, I believe, is totally free. And it's basically a full-blown DAWs. It's got tons of controls. Don't know if the audio is hooked up on the keyboard, but you can add instruments, a track. It's a track, add an instrument, add a track, bus or VCA. MIDI tracks. Let's do, oh my God. You see, I mean, I uploaded all these stuff. Let's just pull in. What one do we want? I don't even know. Let's just do that one that we set on. Add and close. There we go. So that's just straight into the MIDI keyboard. That was dead simple. Now I've got a bit of music going on in the background here. This is a multi-track that I downloaded from a guy's website, Dr. Mix. If you want to have a bit of fun with music, just watch his videos. They're absolutely phenomenal. He remakes from scratch really famous tracks. And I mean, I'm only allowed to use this for educational purposes. And then you can have the multi-tracks, but he's just phenomenal knowledge of music and such a good player. So this is Depeche Mode. So, you know, it's he does all this stuff just because what I wanted to do was to see if you could just pull this into the system, which you can, and you just import it. But yeah, so Ardour, it looks like a massive deep dive. It's got loads and loads of settings to play with and things like that, but it works brilliantly on Omarchy. Let's do the keyboard. Yeah, I mean, you don't need my keyboard over there. You can use the virtual one on the screen, but apparently you can do all sorts in this, because I was having a look. You've got loudness assistant. That's great. Import PT session. It's PT session Pro Tools. Import Pro Tools session. That's interesting. But yeah, so there's tons in here. It's free. And you could do an awful lot with this. You can add virtual instruments, all sorts of toys. So there you go. That's Ardour. I mean, it looks a lot to start off with, but when you get into it, I think that everything's really well laid down. Record it, arm it. Yeah, so I mean, it's brilliant, and it's absolutely free. It's nuts. I mean, that's a really powerful piece of software. That's absolutely fantastic. So right, let's get rid of that one. Just quit. Okay, so let's have another look what we got. Go down here, and I've got Ardour, Bitwig Studios. We'll come back to that at the end. I'll do Reaper first. Now, this does crop up a lot, Reaper. It's not free, and it's more modern. It's more, it's just what I mean. It's much slicker interface. And what I've done is I've dragged in the multi-track. I'm going to do Bitwig at the end. I'll show you how to drag in the multi-track. And basically, you can just add tracks. You've got everything. The other one, it's a little bit of a different layout, but it's all quite explainable. And there's tons of online help for this. Tracks, meters, everything you'd ever need. So again, I've got the Depeche Mode Enjoy the Silence track in here. You can mute, solo, do whatever you want. And in here, you add instruments. So if I just click in FX, he says, oh, now this, it does have, I'm not going to use that. That's going to produce some of the scariest sounds of the time. What was that synth I just had? You pick up an instrument here. What was it? Reasonable amp synth? Was that it? Ampy synth. Let's try that. Well, that's a full-on synth, isn't it? No parameters. But you see, there is a bit of a thing with these windows. It's a bit weird. That's all I'll say. What's that Reason synth? Oh, text search. Now this may throw a wobbly with the interface. Yeah, it has. Did this before. It sort of only shows up half an interface. Let's see if we can refresh it with a polysynth. There's billions of instruments in here. That's great. Whatever. What else we got there? Third-party patches. You see, it's a bit flickery, and this may be to do with Hyprland, using in Hyprland. Not sure. EMU, basses, drums, leads, keys. Oh, I'm not. So let's see. How do I get rid of that one? Can I just shrink it? Yeah, it's sort of stuck. Can I close that up there? No, doesn't want to go. Cancel. If I remove it and add another one that's smaller, see, I think there's a next. That's not shrunk it though, is it? Yeah, I've had a bit of this. It's especially in Reaper, you get this. It won't FX. Close window. Okay, great. It won't let you. I don't know what I selected there, but it won't let you. This is the only thing I found with Reaper. You get this really weird issue with the sizes of the windows. Anyway, you add it on the track, and then you would attach it to your. I've got in here MIDI input. I've attached to MIDI bridge, Oxygen Pro, mini USB capture. So it's literally join the dots. So you know what that is. You know it's going in there, and then you can collect everything in it, and then you can basically arm it, record it, and play along. Do what you want. So I'm not going to do that though. But great. It's a great piece of software. This isn't free. I don't know how much this costs. But yeah, you've got you can play with it. Let's not save it. But you can download it, and it keeps coming up with the saying it's the trial. There's a trial version, there's not a trial version. And then we've got the one I like, and I think I'm gonna end up buying this. Bitwig Studio. I've got another one in here. Going to come up. I'll run demo mode and continue. So this is like really well. It's like really modern. It's like DaVinci Resolve. You pay for it is what you get type thing. I mean, the other ones are free and it's brilliant. But the thing is, there's a point, and this is €70 for the base version, but and the full blown version is 300. So you're playing the same as like DaVinci Resolve and this, and you're pretty made. So I mean, you can do all sorts with this. So I don't know, it's a keyboard on there. I've got no instrument. Let me add an instrument. You do your setups, add an instrument, and let's have an organ. That's an organ. But I mean, this is one of the things I was testing with this. It's drag and drop. So let's just get up a file browser, and in music, I've got the full multi-track to enjoy the silence. So just select it over here and pull that in. And I remember we were talking about, there was people asking about drag and drop capabilities on here. See if there's done it. Let's get rid of that one. And let's just scoot down that timeline a little bit. Yeah, this is a really nice package. Really nice. So yeah, so you can add in your instruments down the bottom there, add in all sorts of stuff. You can add in effects. I've got an organ track up there. Track active, add an FX track. So do you see what I mean? You can play to your heart's content with this. I mean, I have a feeling this might be my new toy. This is what else we've got to play with. Let's get rid of that. And let's add another instrument. What we got? We've got all sorts up here. This is really well laid out. And for some idiot like me, acoustic bass. Ooh. Yeah. Bass dub, what's that? So within minutes, I'm having hours of fun here. I'm going to break from the video, but this is like really sort of, it's really cool. You can add tons of stuff. You've got lots of pre-built in stuff. It's really neatly laid out. You saw the Reaper issue, it sort of exploded on me. Let's get rid of that. Let's add something else, another instrument. Does it have the plugins? What have we got? Nick Dow. Yeah, that's there. So it's VST. There's a whole, here we go, there's the whole thing there. Let's have a bit of attack, decay, sustain, release. That one. Not a very usual sound. Hilarious. Anyway, let's get rid of that. So yeah, let's get rid of that. Okay. And come out. So see what else I've got on here. Now there's lots of other plug-in rack type things you can get. I mean, since these are the individual units, and there was one more that I'd come across, began with an E. Let me have a look. Dex, that's a synthesizer. Oh, where was it? Is it Dext? Not Dext. No, that's the synth. But there was one other apps. There was one other I found. Ardour. Beat Breather. Cardinal. Not Cardinal. What's that? Okay, that's a bit of a concern. Let's just get out of that immediately. Yeah, I can't find it. There's another DAWs on here, but I don't remember its name. Okay, so obviously as well, you've got Resolve. So Resolve has audio capabilities, not so much for music, create, but you've got Fairlight, he says, completely built in here. I don't think this will work, but we'll give it a go. Let's just go for, let's see if we can drag in the music and do a multi-track into that music. Enjoy the silence. That. And then this. That work? done it, but it's done it all in a line. It's brought in all the audio. Yeah, but it's put everything in a line, not on tracks. But it brought it in. Every part separately, look. What am I going with that down there? Every single part separate, not on a new track. That's a shame. But that's close. But I mean, you've got no MIDI inputs or anything like that, but you do have a huge amount of power in this index. Effects, tons of effects, grouping, sound library. Oh, I haven't downloaded that. It's going to let me do it. Okay. Very like sound. Oh, I haven't done that. That's something for later. Let's close that. But yeah, so you can with DaVinci Resolve, play with your waveforms, do all sorts of stuff, and then obviously, last but by no means least, I've still got it on here. AUD. Have I got me to spell it properly? Right. No, I didn't. It's Audacity. Audacity. Let's take these off. I don't need them anymore. Audacity, I think it's called. It's just an audio editing thing. I think I've covered it in one of my videos, but let's have a look, see if we can find it. So, install. Here you are. Audacity. That's probably not the version I want. The Git version. Okay, let's try that again. Let's do install package Audacity. There it is. There, let's put that in. And somewhere, we'll have to remove all this in a minute. There. So this is a basic waveform editor. And now, obviously, I've put in loads of these plugins. So it's having a look. These VST plugins. That's one thing Resolve can't do. You can't access the VST products. Well, some of them it can, but not all of them, not a lot. So it's found all the plugins that I downloaded when I did my huge single line installer for everything you can lay my hands on. It's going to crash it. That doesn't look good. Skip that one, maybe. Can we skip that? I think I've got too many things installed here. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm going to have to chat GPT how to remove all of these things after this video is finished. But I think I'll keep Bitwig on there. That's interesting. I think I'll pay the $70 for the main version, have a play. See what you can do. Oh my God, that's not going in, is it? Cancel. It's doing it. It's doing it. It's got the rest. It's a problem, isn't it? Yeah, incompatible plugins. Oh my God, continue. Yeah, so basically this is, let's get rid of that. Okay. This is an, audio, old school WAV editor. So you can get in here, you can do all sorts. It's great for like sweetening up audio if you're going to do it for like editing and stuff like that. If you're not using Resolve, you're using like Kdenlive Live, something like that. It's very good for it. Look at all that stuff that's gone in. This is all free. It's crazy. So yeah, let's go back to me. Just from my cursory glance at the landscape of audio on Linux, it's enormous. There's tons of stuff. There's tons of free things. There's tons of amazing effects and plugins and stuff you can get. So yeah, and obviously the only thing I've come across whilst I've been using this is in Hyprland, is Reaper's windows are a little bit problematic. Apart from that, I can't find a problem with it. I mean, it's using Pipewire, which is the low latency sort of audio transport. But yeah, I mean, if you wanted to set up a music station with Omarchy, it's probably, you know, Bitwig Studio looks great. Reaper, a few tweaks. Ardour, there's some other ones as well I've probably missed. LMMS, I think. There was one more as well. QTrack, that's what it was. It was called QTrack. Actually, whilst we're here, let's go back and have a look at QTrack and remember what it was called. So let's go to 2. And then there's this one. Let's go to that. Apps, QTrack. There it is. That one. Okay, so QTrack is another, you know, audio-y type thing. Put all those the music back in. Same thing as before. I haven't really played with this one, but again, you've got so much choice. Let's bring that all in there. Is that going in? The kick went in. Where's the rest of it? Let's just put it to there. Get rid of that one. Oh, terminate. There. Oh no, it's brought it in. Okay, great. So we've got the, let's have a play. Yeah, it's a bit I don't know what dropped onto there. There you go. I have no idea what I would be doing in that one, but it's one of these ones to sit and go through the menus. It looks a bit simplified compared to the others. Clip, looping range, transport, punch in. It's got a panic mode. Anyway, there you go. Let's give it a that. No, discard it. Okay, yeah, so sorry. So I got totally old person. I remembered what that was halfway through speaking about it. Anyway, so there's loads you can do on Omarchy with audio. I mean, yeah, as I said, I'm going to probably buy the Bitwig thing, have a go, that keyboard there, have a play with it, see what I can do. But yeah, but great. I mean, it's like I didn't have any problems. The only thing you have to sort of try and work out is how a MIDI connects. But if you get an instrument, if you get instruments, a lot of them say, and if you Google it or ChatGPT, tell you if the instruments are compatible with Linux. Like I think all the M Audio ones are. I mean, you really just need a keyboard, don't you? This is USB 2, USB 3 goes in, and it just hooks up. And if you don't, if you are like still got a Mac lying around, I think this comes with Ableton Live session version, the baby version, free if you know how to play with. But yeah, so go off, go and make some music. Anyway, I hope that's sort of some use to somebody. I'm not a mega music nerd, but it's quite fun and it's really interesting to play with different technologies, especially audio. It's something I never really, I really always wanted to get my hands on, and now I can. I mean, I just never would have thought of doing this with a Mac, but now I've got this. I've got to like learn. I'm doing it. So yeah, that's great. Anyway, thanks for watching.